Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Earth Day, you guys, and in an effort to be more sustainable and do my part, I am shopping my stash today. I'm going through my drawers, pulling out my trunks, and seeing what I already have that I can use before I go out and buy anything else. I'm using a few new products from the Sephora sale, dipping into some of my favorites like my concealer and my cream and my favorite setting spray, my lip products, all kinds of things. So we're just going to do a little bit of sustainable beauty today. Just do a little pretty look using this Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance palette and a few other things. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, I hope that you will grab your tools and follow along. Hi to my new subscribers. So glad to have you here on the Beauty Fam. And hi to those who have been here rocking with me since day one. I truly appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this pretty spring pink look. I should mention that I did prep my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I didn't use any other type of makeup primer. The foundation, this is almost empty too. This might be in my April empties this month. The foundation that I'm using, I love this foundation so much. This is the About Face the Performer Skin Perfecting Foundation. I wonder when they're gonna go back to giving foundations just a simple name. But this is the About Face Skin Performer Foundation, and it has this good doe foot applicator. I will link the shade down below. I know it's like a warm neutral. It's like M3 warm neutral, what have you. You guys know I had a kind of an issue with this when I first started using it. I didn't know if this was the thing that was breaking me out, but it wasn't. It was a skincare thing that I had added. So I'm just going to use this, and then I'm going to be using this Real Techniques brush to blend it in. I found this at Target, I want to say, and it's just like a mini kabuki brush, but it is a flat, dense top, and it doesn't have a handle, so you just blend it in like that. So we're going to use that. This brush is nice. Watch. Look how it just buffs everything right on in. Let's just talk about it. This is going to give you the coverage of like a full coverage, even if you're using a medium kind of foundation, because it is so dense that it's not picking up any colors. So you can stipple this, but this is really made for buffing it into the skin, and I prefer that kind of a brush. Look how that just blended in, but I still have coverage. It did not pick up any of the foundation. I really like that. And it's very compact, so this will be really good for traveling. That foundation brush covers so well, so I'm going to be using two concealers, and I'm going to use one as the House Labs, just as the concealer that's closest to my skin tone. And I'm just going to kind of take that down the sides of my nose. I always forget how much I enjoy this concealer until I wear it, and I am in the shade 30 medium cool, 31 medium neutral. Girl, I went to the eye doctor last week, and it turns out I need progressive lenses, clearly, because but also these labels are so damn tiny. It's like, okay, yeah, you might need progressive lenses, but also, girl, why y'all make the label so daggone small? I'm looking for a brightening concealer. I'm just going to use my Tower. No, you know what? I was going to use Tower 28, but I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer on the outer corner. Give me a little peach undertone. I don't need it to be super bright, but I just love this. This is my favorite concealer in my collection, and I didn't get any more during the Sephora sale because I just want to run out before I buy anything. Again, sustainability. So we're going to blend this out. I do have another brush that I just picked up from Walmart from Real Techniques, and this is a double-sided brush. This is a foundation on one side, so this is the 231 brush on one side, and then on the other side it has an angled concealer brush on there, and it has a top, and that other brush is 232. So I'm going to get this off, and I'm going to blend it out with this brush. I was pulling the top off, and you just screw it up like a lipstick. Okay, so you just screw this up, and I guess it just retracts, or you pull it down. Okay, you pull it down. Anyway, this is the angled concealer brush, and I know they have an angled concealer brush they just released as a single, but I had never seen the dual-sided before, but that's pretty convenient. to have them all in one. Again, really, really good brushes for traveling. I'm just taking that Anastasia on my chin and I put it above my lady stash. But this is super cute. Let's see how it gets up in my eye. Oh yeah, it fits nicely in the corner of your eye. Very nice brush. I'm using the flat side of the brush to blend down the concealer above my brows and on my nose as my highlight, because I'm just using the tip of it. I think that's really cool. And this was $7.97, so it's not expensive at all for a dual-sided brush. And I'm just gonna blend this other side out. And this really gets up in the corner. Wow. And it gets on the bridge of your nose as well. Really nice. Taking what's left and just going over my eyelid. I'm just setting my concealer with the Fit Me powder. I do have a shade that's lighter than my complexion in the shade 230 with this powder. I don't like it all over my face because it's too matte, but it's actually really, really good for me setting my concealer, which I was surprised to learn. And since it's pressed, it doesn't give you the blurring, but it sets it in place really, really nicely. And I'm still going to go over it with the blurring setting powder from Laura Mercier and set that underneath. But first we're going to move into some contour. Actually, I'm going to bronze instead and let that bring the shape back to my face. And I'm using a Milani Cream Cheek bronzer. And this is in the shade Spilling Tea. This is a little lighter than the other one that I like to use, which is in the shade Spicy Season. But that's okay. We're going to keep it light and fresh. In the effort of being sustainable, again, I took a bronzer stick back to Sephora that I ordered at the last minute during the sale, and it was one of the new Too Faced cream bronzers. And when I got it, I was like, okay, but I think I have these already. I have the LYS bronzing and contour sticks, and these are so great already, and these cream cheek bronzers from Milani are so great that I didn't feel the need to keep another $35 bronzing stick. And so I took it back. I was like, you know what? Let me just use what I have, not really spend the excess money. And these little things, they do the absolute most. And these are only $11. And they bronze up your face really well. Another Real Techniques brush. This is the Sculpt and Shape brush from Real Techniques. It is the number 261. It has the flat across and it has the angle, so it really does get up in your cheeks for some good contouring and bronzing. And because the brush is nice and dense, it really leaves the color right where it is. It doesn't swirl out around. I really enjoy this brush. I think I got this from Target as well. I'm going to give my face a quick spritz with the rest of my Sephora makeup setting spray. I didn't buy another one during the sale. I'm trying to use up what I have before I buy doubles. So by the end of this video, this will probably be gone because it's literally a little bit left in there for, whoops, sorry. I was gonna do some eyeshadow and I think I still will, but I'm gonna start with the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette and the Blooming Romance. I am enjoying this palette. I really, really, really am enjoying this palette. So we're gonna do something else, maybe something a little dark and smoky, or maybe something just a little peachy mauve. She has so many in here that you can choose from. So we're just gonna play around with some eye color from this palette. You can do so many things and it smells so good. It smells so good. So let's just do some color. I'm taking this Morphe 573 brush and I'm dipping into the color Desire. And I'm going to dip into the pomade first. And I saw Danessa's Teach Me Tuesday where she said instead of swiping, she swirls her brush into the pomade like so. And it picks up a lot more color. So I'm going to swirl this into, oh yeah, that's the one. I'm going to swirl this right here into my crease. I can't remember what I used in my initial video for this eyeshadow or groundwork palette, but this color is a pretty perfect transition shade. So we're going to pop that into the crease. And again, I'm swirling my brush into the pomade and we are popping that into my crease as well. I really like it. It's like a peach almost. Really pretty shade. And when I swirl my brush versus trying to swipe it in the pan, I get so much more color. So I get it. I get why she did that. Danessa's a genius, bro. She's a genius. And word on the street is that Danessa is coming out with eyeshadow brushes or makeup brush sets in May. I'm saving up my coin. And there appears to be several in the set, so you have several varieties to choose from. I will be saving it up to get a couple of the blushes. I'm going in with the shade Lovesick, this little red shade right here. I'm going to use a small blending brush, dip into the pomade again, swirl my brush around, and I'm going to pop that right here on my outer V on the bottom lash line. And yeah, I heard that and I was like, excuse me? What? So they're supposed to debut at the makeup show that is the first week in May in New York City. And I have not been to a makeup show in ages and ages. And I did not have the access that I would right now at that time. Ooh, that's so pretty. But when I do get a chance to go back to a makeup show, and if Danessa is there, I'm going to stand out. I'm going to fangirl out. I already know. That is pretty too. This Lovesick is gorgeous. And again, with the pomade, you just get so much more pigment. And so after you use the pomade, you're to go in with the powder and pop it on top. I'm taking a fluffy blending brush and I'm dipping back into the powder of Desire. And I'm just going to take that around the edges and kind of soften that Lovesick shade out a little bit. Just kind of soften it up. It's no big deal. But yeah, I am looking forward to one day meeting and saying hello and getting some knowledge one-on-one from Danessa. And I just believe it's going to happen. That's just how it is. So you heard it here first. I have a tendency to speak things and then they be like, how did that happen? You speak it until you see it, right? Believe that. Wilder things have happened to me. Believe that. I decided to add some metallic to my lid. So I'm dipping into my Sephora custom palette that I have. And I think that this shade is called Champagne Please. It's kind of got a little brown shade to it. I'm going to dip into that. And I'm just going to pop that in the corner of my eyelid. Like so, like that. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this in. I also didn't buy any extra shadows from Sephora to fill up my cart, to fill up my Z palette like I thought, because they didn't have the ones that I wanted. And the mattes that they had, I already have 1,000 of those type of shades. I was like, I'm not about to buy anything. I was really trying to be disciplined during this sale, and I did all right. I did this. Oh, that's just enough. I did pretty good. I'm gonna line my line my eyes and put on some mascara, and then we're gonna move on to using the eyeliner or the color from the Danessa Myricks palette in the shade Evermore. This is what that looks like. It's a dark blackberry shade. I'm gonna use that as some liner on the top, and I'm using the pomade to just give me a little bit of a liner on top. I decided on this on the last minute, but it really gives the look some depth. And I'm just going to smudge that in because I can see that line. And kind of smudge that in. And then I'm just going to take the same pomade on the bottom lash line. And y'all know how I do. Create my wing. Boom. Alright, so the eye look is done. We are bronzed. We are going to move on to some cheeks. I have been enjoying dipping into this Basma Beauty cream blush. You guys know I did get this in the Sephora sale. This is the shade Burnt Orange. It's really, really pretty, and it's such a nice cream formula. It just kind of melts. So I'm going to be using this today. I don't think I featured this as me using it in a video as of yet, but look how pretty that is. It's just a nice subtle color of orange. Now when I start tanning in the summer, this color is going to be perfection. It's going to go so well with my less than pale skin. I think it's just going to go really, really well, and it's going to match my hair. So it's just a nice pretty burnt orange shade. If you have a deeper skin tone than I do, this color will look fantastic on you. It is such a pretty shade. And this is a cream blush, so I'm going to be topping this with a powder brush a powder blush. Hello. I have really been enjoying using the Juvia's Place Volume, I think this is the Volume 2 blush. I got this on a whim and it's nice. It's got a little paleness to it, like the pale pink pastel, but it also has a nice coral. And I just drag my brush along the two of them, and I've just been topping whatever cream blush I'm wearing, and I take it up a little bit higher and just pop it right there. Even the powder blushes from Juvia's Place are super, super pigmented, but I've really enjoyed this palette. It's such a pretty color, perfect for spring and summer, and I've really liked it on my nose and just as a blush topper all the way around. For a lip liner, I am going back into the Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. There are so many colors to choose from for a lip liner, but I'm going to stick with this shade Desire. And I hope that you can see that this is actually like a pinkish pale type of situation. I'm using the pomade, and I'm going to go around my lips with that color. I meant to say that someone asked me, rather rudely I might add, why I don't do more lashes on my video. Between the hot flashes and my allergies, I just don't have the capacity to do so. I will put on mascara and make that work, but I'm sorry if you don't like that I don't do my looks with lashes. I just don't always do that, especially right now in the spring. It just does not work for me, so I ain't sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about that, but thanks for asking, I guess. I'm going to go in with my Meg Thee Stallion Revlon lipstick. This is in the shade 755. I'm going to put that on in the middle. You know what I mean? That's giving me very mod, a very nice contrast to the blush and to the goth-like eyeshadow. Ooh, and you know I gotta add some gloss, so let me pull out some lip gloss. I did a video about this lip gloss the other day on my Insta. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Hot Chocolate Fantasy, and it's different from the original Hot Chocolate because it has this pink kind of finish in it, and I think that would just pull this look all the way together. It still has the brown, but that sparkle, girl, this gloss is fantastic. This is one of their, in their regular rotation now. It was limited edition, but they did put it in their regular rotation. I got mine at Ulta, and that is the look. I think that came together so nicely. It's very pretty. I really like the eyeshadow. I hope it's not looking patchy. No, it's not. It's looking good. It's looking good. What do you guys think? Let me know. So this is my final look. Like I said, we are shopping my stash today in the effort to be more sustainable. We are going into what I already have, what I've already purchased. Some things, like I said, I hadn't even opened yet. I haven't discovered using things from my Sephora sale before I go out and buy anything else, child. I am going to try to shop my stash, empty things out, like the setting spray. Like I said, this is going to be empty. The Charlotte Tilbury cream has about 2 more uses. I feel like that'll be in my April empties as well. I'm really, really, really loving this Danessa Myricks palette. Like, oh my gosh. And to be honest, I kind of could go and have somebody get me another one of these. These little foundation brush, the way that just buffed in that color like that, and it has not budged. And that foundation from About Face is gorgeous. So let me know what you guys think about this look. I think it's really pretty. It's different, but it's pretty. This eyeshadow, crazy good. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit your notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I will see y'all back here very, very soon. Bye.